School Freeware's Visual Basic Express 2010 tutorials. Tutorial 19, Radio Buttons and ASCII. SpeakABCs, Part 3 of 11. The first thing I'm going to need is a group box for the radio buttons, so I'll just go ahead and drop one in. I'll change the name of the group box to Group Box Car. The location will be 1227 and the size 383 by 146. The text for the group box is removed, and now I'll go ahead and put in the radio buttons. We're going to need 3 radio buttons. And I'll just shift click on each radio button, and I'll change the font size. So it's font size 20. Go ahead, click on the first radio button, change the name to Radio Button Letters. The location will be 18. The text will state letters, 4 spaces, and A-Z. And I'll set this as the default, so I'll go to checked and set check to true. For radio button 2, this will be all. The location 1856. And the text will put all 12 spaces A-Z, comma 0-9. Looks pretty good. Here I'll just change the letters a little bit to put in a colon, and I think I missed a space, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Radio button 3 will be set to radio button numbers. Location 18104, and the text will be numbers 1 space 0-9. That looks pretty good, so I'll go ahead and run and see what we get so far. And I notice that when I press on the keyboard, nothing happens. This is because the group box here with the radio buttons has the focus, and so the key press on the form does not work anymore, so I can make a quick change for that. What I'll do is I'll just simply shift click on all of the radio buttons, go into events, and go to key press, click on the down arrow, and set the key press to go to form main key press. I'll go ahead and run, try this out, and now the key press works again. Close this down. Next, what I need to do is sort the key presses from alphabet to numbers, and any other character that is not a number or letter will be ignored. So what we have here is we'll go back to the ASCII table, and if you need to know more information on ASCII tables, just take a look at tutorial 16. And within the ASCII table, each character is given a number. For example, number 48 on ASCII through number 57 is a number. If I know that the ASCII value is between 65 and 90, it is an uppercase letter. If it's between 97 and 122, it is a lowercase letter. So here is the code for determining if the key press is a letter or not. So if the radio button letters is checked, then we'll go ahead and see if the key that was pressed is a letter. So here we have if the ASCII value of the key that is pressed is greater than or equal to 65 and less than or equal to 90, we know that's an uppercase letter. Or if it's greater than or equal to 97 and less than 122, then we know that the key that was pressed is a lowercase letter. So if we have an uppercase letter or a lowercase letter, then we'll go ahead and tell the computer to place the key that was pressed into the correct labels. So I'll just go ahead and copy this real quick to save on some typing. And I'll go into Visual Basic, go into the Forms code, and here under key press I don't need this anymore. And I'll just untack these a little bit so we have more space. Now this delete the two labels, and I'll just paste in the new code. And go ahead and run and see how this works. So we have letters selected. Okay, I'll try numbers. Numbers don't work, and I'll try some special characters like dashes and pluses and so on, and that doesn't work. Next we'll go to the letters, so I'll just go back to the code here. So if the ASCII value is greater than or equal to 48 and less than or equal to 57, we know that the key that was pressed is a number. So I'll just go ahead and copy this, and I'll just put this into Visual Basic. Little house cleaning, and go ahead and try it out. So I see here immediately that I have the number set as invisible. So I'll just go ahead, close this down. I'll go back into the Forms properties. And with number and number 1 here selected, I'll just go ahead to properties, and I'll go and turn visible on. So visible is true at this time. Go run again. And now, see that the letters work. When I click on numbers, the numbers work just fine. They ignore everything else except for numbers. Close this down. And the last part of the code here, dealing with sorting the characters, is if the radio button all is checked, then we'll go ahead and check to see if there's a letter. Else, we'll go ahead and check to see if there's a number pressed. So let's go ahead and highlight, go back to Visual Basic, and under key press, paste the code in. Go ahead and run, see how this works. Letters work. Numbers work. And all works. So the next thing to do is fix this visibility problem. So I'll close the form down. And here is the code that we're going to use to fix the visibility problem. We have two private subs, one for showing the letter, and as you can see, the labels dealing with letters are set to visible is true. The labels set for numbers is set for visible is false. For show numbers is quite the opposite. Visible is false for the letters, and visible is true for the numbers. So let's go ahead and copy this. Save some time on typing, and I'll just go ahead and insert the new subs above end class. Now what I'm going to do is go to every location where we have a key press for letters. Here's one for the show numbers. So show number. Again, we need show letter. In any place where we're dealing with letters, we have show letter. In any place we deal with numbers, we'll have show number. Under load, I'm going to go ahead to show letter and see how this works out. The number is invisible right now, and the letters all work. Number works, and back and forth between all with the numbers and the letters.